start the recording here. And what this means is now I gotta find an area. Oh, I thought the bridge was out. I'm like, what the hell? You know, right off the bat, this actually wouldn't be a bad AO. Huh. Neat. It's got, you know, some skyscrapers and stuff. Cape Rasa. And let's see, we could use this area right here as a staging point. But there'd have to be something specific that they're raiding here, I guess, back here. And they have to cut through Cape Rasa. It could work. And there's this other route right here, but if you were to be infantry and walk on that, you'd be torn to smithereens. Alright, you know what? How about before we even get into kits, let's make, AOs, let's build kits. We got a nice little flat area right here. I think that will be worthwhile. We're going to have them be blue 4 resistance here. So, let's see. How do I want to do this? So this mod actually puts them in blue 4. I remember because there were actually like 2 separate mods. One was slightly more improved than the other. I love how they're labeled like that. Okay, so alright, let's put Gordon on the side. Now, I did want one of their leaders to actually have the suit. Squad leaders have the suit, because I'm nice. Let's see. Have a blue AR. We'll actually make that the team leader, because again, I'm giving them the better things. So I'm probably have to give the Spaz 12 guys also a pistol so they can engage at longer ranges, but that's also why CQB is going to be preferred here, so those shotguns can work. So let's see, we'll do... I think I'm going to build their kits myself, so we'll do that guy, well, not with a gun. Gosh darn it, let me delete them. So what are you? Man green, so we'll do blue. And then beige. Which actually, I'm going to put them over here to organize them better for my squad sake. Then we're going to have the AR guy. And then from there, we just need another... You're green, so we'll do another blue, beige, and then the medic. And that's our squad of 8, so let's see. Just organizing these here. That's really for the sake of kit building. So let's see. Since he's a low... Well, technically I can pair him with the AR guy, because I know I'm going to give that guy an AR. It's just a matter of what exactly we're doing here, so we can clear that. I'm going to go with shift-click for this. Can be a laggy at places, all maps ever. Yeah, right, Hardman? Exactly. Thinking we'll do 15 bandages, 1 cable tie, 1 earplug, 2 epi, 2 morphine, 4 tourneys, because I'm nice. Do I want to be nice and give him an E-tool as well? No. GPS, I'm only going to give the squad leaders the Android. Or you could use Blue Force Tracker. You know, we'll use Blue Force Tracker instead from Ace. I'll dig into that. And what's a really crappy raid? I'll give them RFs and micro daggers. That seems a bit more resistance-y. None of that, none of that. Yeah, so this gives us a And we still have the symbol from frickin' whatchamacallit, Tribal. Doing that. Alright, so we essentially have all of that. Backpacks. I don't think they have anything like launcher specific, so I'll have to give them vanilla. That looks to be the case. I mean, we have crew-served weapons. That would be weird. Yeah, so that's an add-on from something else. Alright, but we could definitely do that. So, what did I settle on? 15 bandages, 1 cable tie, 1 epi, or no, 2 epi, 2 morphine, 1 earplug, and RFs. Why did I give you beef stew rations? Whoops. Okay. So now we just need to roll that over to everybody as a base kit. And then we'll probably, next time I get this style of op, we'll let them play as combine ops. We'll have 1 or 2 ops about that. 1 centering around infantry, 1 around vehicles. Why am I giving you a pack? Yeah, 15, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, right? Yeah, okay. Well, also he needs his radio and shit. 9:55. No one's in that channel. Alright. And 2 showed up last second. Fuck. No, 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 no. No, he didn't show up and... I'm already frickin'... It's like when you're balls deep in your wife and the pizza man comes early. Ah, man. Here, I'm gonna put it up as an announcement because I'm mean. Here, 1 second. Let's see. Announcements. Announcements. Oh my god, where is my thingy? Okay. Throw 60 players on a map and it sucks. Yeah, no. I agree with that. Most people I had in an op was like 90 people, and the server was a desyncy mess till we like kicked 10 of them out. Then it was playable, and I'm like, why? Why would you do this to me? I'll give the leader a GPS so he can track position. But trying to think. There's nothing else I'm giving him, right? I'm not giving him GPSs. I'm only giving leadership GPSs, I think. Let me go back and check you. Oh, I did give you a GPS. Well, no, that's too nice of me. Why would I give you a GPS? I'm mean. Alright, same thing with you. Clear. Oh, did I not give him a cable tie? I might not have given him a cable tie. That's why my brain was freaking out. No, we're not giving you 10 epi. This op will be sometime Saturday. I think I'm going to try to squeeze 3 in, because I know the Star Wars one I want to redo because I didn't record it, and I fixed a few things of it. I didn't record that one because I forgot to. And then the Roblox Milsim, because of those crashing issues, I want to rerun that one. And then, you know, I want to do this Half-Life op. Okay. I forgot. I am totally not in my mojo here because I keep forgetting to go and switch out their radios and all this smooth jazz. So sorry guys, give me a little second to adjust here. It's just my brain don't want to work. And then I'm gonna give a custom kit anyway. So in fact, let's just start with the medic. I mean, we'll just work our way from backwards to forwards here. So we'll give him 25, 5, a pack, single pack. 4 of those, 2 cable ties, and how many 500 milliliters can I fit in his inventory? Just 1? Okay. So by reducing that by 1, I got 3 in there, damn. So I'd have to lower that by 1, and then I can give a 3rd cable tie. Cool. What can I give you in terms of guns here? If I were to sort by mod, we have an AR-2, an SMG, and a SPAS-12. I mean, okay. I might not give him any of those, because I'm probably going to make the primary weapon be an SMG for these guys, but I can give him this little pistol. Cool. I don't think there's any attachments for it. So 18 times 9x9. Cool, alright. So, does he have a backpack? He does have a backpack. I mean, this gives him a lot of inventory room to pick up an enemy gun, which is perfectly okay. So 118 rounds, yeah, it should be fine. I mean, again, medic boyo, he's not supposed to be going in the front line. I doubt we have any unique grenades that come with this mod. I'm looking through and I'm not really seeing anything. What type of grenades did they even have in that mod? Here, I'll look it up. Hey, Juggalo, sorry I canceled training. Yeah. No one showed up. You did, but, like, by then I was already working, and I'm a horrible person, I'm sorry. Half-Life 2. Hey, at least the ops this Saturday I'll leave open to the public. How about that? MK3A2. So basically canister grenades. Do I even have any canister grenades? I hope I have some sort of canister-style grenade. I've got Willie Pete grenades that are that shape. I've got fackles that are... I've got 9 banners. Concussion grenade. I mean, it does make a concussion effect, but does it kill you? Is the real question. Alright, real quick. I'm gonna have to do a test here. So, Gordon Freeman! Here's what I'll do. Let me tab out. Let me get my Zeus number. Let me spawn a bunch of silly civvies over here. And let me go into your kit real quick. Gordon Freeman! Okay, and I know it's this one that has the big amount of inventory space. Let's try... Let's try them. Hopefully they'll kill people. And we can use those. Now, I'm gonna say headphone warning right now, because I will be using them against me, so you have... I'll call it again when I'm about to throw it on myself. But I'm not responsible if you, like, crap your ears, okay? Just letting you know that I intend to frickin' frag myself. Alright, they're running away. Okay, I can do it to you. I mean, it's calling them frag grenades. That didn't seem like it killed anybody, though.
What? Fucking ceasefire.
Wow, I mean, they work, they just suck. Alright, headphone warning, headphone warning, headphone warning, headphone warning, headphone warning. they'll kill. They just kind of suck. But they don't make the little ear raining effect, which I guess is fine. Yeah, those are really crappy grenades, but I guess, I mean, they're in the most accurate. I mean, grenades in Half-Life did kind of suck, so. I know, 0 out of 10, Hardman. I understand. I'm sorry that your day is ruined immensely, and I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me one day. So, I mean, they suck, but doable. I mean, I'll also put in some smoke grenades. But I'll find a different type of smoke grenade to put in. Can't even find the grenade I was using. Where's that crappy GM one? There they are. We'll give 4. I'll give 3 to the medic. Oh no, give yeah, 3. Liru, get into it. Ah. Give 3 in there, and then I've gotta make his medical kit. I already gave him a pack in his uniform, right? Believe I did, but it never hurts to check. Yeah, so there's a 1 right there. So, with that, we will begin the shift click. Wow, was that 80 bandages off the bat? Yeah, okay. 100. 5. 10 epi. 10 morphine. 12 turnies, because sometimes the pack eats them. And then the rest in blood bag. Yeah, 16 bags. That per medic per squad. Yeah, that should get them through it. Sometimes these people eat blood like crazy. Now, I wonder if I were to grab these guys and change their clothes from Lamba Rebel Fatigues beige to civilian beige. Yeah, I mean, it adds a little bit of variation, but I think we'd prefer the little armor plates on the side. That would look a bit cooler. So, in terms of weaponry, I'm going to do 2 SMGs, 2 Spazzes, but the Spazzes are also going to be given handguns. So, I mean, we can just write 12 up here, and it should come up, so there's that. And then we have the handgun to give, which is all the way down there. I mean, I could also do... Let me look at this real quick. Half-Life, because I'm pretty sure there's a revolver. I just know we can't do gravity guns or crowbars. So there's a 357 Magnum. I know we can't do the crossbow. And I could do the RPG. So instead I do need an AT guy. So actually I'm going to change this guy's kit completely. I'm not going to give him a shotgun. Instead, I'm going to give him a Colt Python, because I'm pretty sure that's 357. And we have a mod that allows us to add that. I mean, whatever handgun, that's 45. That's also 45. Gosh darn, I don't think I have a 357 Magnum in this mod. Ah, there we go. Alright, the Rex. That'll be our 357 Magnum. Oh, there's my Colt Python. Yes, there. The classic. The classic. Alright, and then... Let me see. I can go for some tea right now. Hot damn. Got Hardman, a gravity gun would be so heavily scripted. They'd probably try to grab a tree and it would break the whole server. Rocket propelled grenade launcher. Let's see. It has a laser track system for the rocket for a fly-by-wire. So it's a pretty advanced RPG. I mean, oh, Remy drinks Yorkshire? No, I drink any tea. My brother, every Christmas he gets an advent calendar, but every day it's a different type of tea. And one of his favorites was it Yorkshire? Might have been green. Crap, now I can't remember. I don't know, but you know, it lets us try teas around the world and some pretty good shit, you know? Nice little brother activity. Oh, that could be taken so many ways. Let's see. Do the Metis. But the issue is how many missiles can he fit in there? And each one of these is 5, so he's going to need an assistant, so that'll be what that guy's job is. But I think that for the laser tracking, because it doesn't do the arc up, it's an immediate direct shot, I think that's going to be a good call. And I know that can also shoot down aircraft in one hit, because it's laser tracking. So I think we're going to go a little futuristic with that to make a bit of a little bit of a change there, but let's see. I could put them at 39 kilos, and I could set the stamina to 4.9 each, and that way they won't run out of stamina for a small-scale mission. So I think that'll be doable. And then the assistant will give an SMG. You don't drink tea anymore because you're trying to lose weight? Oh god, tea makes you fat now? Damn it. God, I'm never gonna get thin again, and I'm okay with that. All right, and it has the GL ammunition. I forgot that can fire grenade rounds. And I didn't give that guy any smoke or frags, but that's because he needs the that stuff. So let me see, HEAT. Well, yeah, I'm looking for miscellaneous items. Come on, wee woo. So that puts him at 25 pounds and takes up most of his inventory space. So let's see. We've got those. A single smoke grenade, that's fine. Any room for ammo, I can put 2 of those in there. Cool. His weight's at 27. And can I fit an extra smoke in you? Giggity. I can fit a regular one, but not the other one. That's why I always use the M83s, because they're just so small. Like, all of these are small, and they can fit, and it's great, but, you know, screw me for everything else. So he's only at 32. I could put the extra smoke grenade here, but I don't think I'm even going to bother. I'm just going to put more ammo for his SMG. I mean, they'll be looting ammo off of enemy bodies, so it'll be fine. And now this guy will actually give the AR here. Nothing's safe. I'm gonna be honest, it's really unhealthy, but I go days without eating sometimes, just out of sheer apathy, and then it, like, screws my metabolism, and then I'll eat one thing, and then gain a pound. It's like, fuck this body. That's why Liru is a thick boy. Alright, 3 of those. Is there any grenades I can fit? Probably not. So, let's see. Where are my concussions? I'm gonna give 2, because they kind of suck. Give them 1 bullet, Russian style. Let's see. I might give him a secondary. It's going to depend on how much ammo I can give him. Jesus, the energy ball is just huge. I mean, yeah, I got the room to give him a secondary. Do I give him a Colt Python or I'm going to give him a 9mm. Give an absurd amount of ammo for that thing. All right, let's see. So I need a SPAS 12 guy. So this is gonna be my SPAS 12 guy. And what do we want to give him for ammo? I mean, I might just leave his backpack open. Yeah, and then, you know, if he wants to pick up a different gun, he can pick up a different gun. C'est la vie. There's our SPAS 12 guy. Let's see. Your goal weight's 150. I mean, I've hovered around 200 pounds since I want to say 10th grade because I got into culinary and just ate everything. You know, I've never ever gotten it below 195, even if I was literally, what was it? I gave up after 2 months of dieting. First month I got to I got to 200, and then over the next month I only got it down an additional 5 pounds, and I was going to the gym 5 times a week doing just high cardio, and I was eating small portions 3 times a day. And I just kind of kept looking at it. And I think it was because I was just gaining muscle mass, but I didn't realize that, and I got pissy with myself. I got really mad. I love people around like the 100. I want to say up to 140 because I can pick those people up, and it's fun. It's fun to carry them around. That's just me personally. So I'm thinking with this guy, what I'm honestly gonna do is I'm gonna click him, right click, arsenal, okay, and then just take away his Metis missiles. Gonna be in here though. Because, I mean, that gives 5 missiles per squad. So it's not that bad. And then what am I gonna do with you? I'm about 5'11" as well. Am I? I actually forget my height. I think it's 5'10". I don't know, it's been a while since my last physical. I'm actually due for one soon. Let's see. By mod. The lid. The lid. But yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the only 3 I have. Is there any other guns? Doesn't look like it. I could give them bug bait. Just make it like chemical warfare weapons. I think I'm going to do another standard SMG here and just make it fresh. Because their standard weapon is going to be an SMG. I mean, I could also be mean and just give them like a Colt handgun, but Now I really want to be mean and give him a Colt handgun. Let's be mean and give him a Colt handgun. Python! This gun's actually really mean. Like, it'll deck people pretty hard. And then he'll be like dibs to loot an AR when he wants. And this also means I can give him a big amount of grenades. So yeah, that's the kit. Now, we gotta build the Gordon Freeman slot. Oh, you can actually put a scope on that thing? EOTech. Okay. Hold on. I don't know why, I just want to say multipass. Well, probably better if we use the SMG site, wee woo. I mean, use your brain a little bit. Alright, Gordon Freeman. Do you guys think Gordon Freeman would be a pistol guy or a revolver guy? Because it could go either way. Yeah, so him, obviously, we need to, you know, do his thing here, so we give him the RF and stuff, but I will give him the GPS. I know with this suit, he was a bitch to kill before the medical update, and now I'm really curious to see post-medical update if he's even killable. Yeah, everyone's saying revolver. Yeah, I agree. No, where's the Python? Oh, because it's sorting by mod, that's why. I mean, we could go really, really stupid and give him a Blast Tech DL44. I mean, blast from the past, right? Alright, so I know with this, he doesn't have a backpack. It is literally all in his suit. So that's going to make this a little interesting as I build his kit here. Because we have to fit everything in the suit. It's not a lot of ammo, but it gives him everything he'll need. So yeah, hopefully that'll be good. Alright. So I'm gonna literally just make multiple squads, actually. Let's do play multiplayer, and let's do some AI ballistics stat. Well, I mean, that wouldn't be smart because we're doing well. I mean, I could just switch units, so it should be okay. Should be okay. You know, I just realized I haven't even added the add-on settings yet, so this is completely pointless. God damn it, Weewoo. Not in your head. Not in your game today. And then there's a video I want to release at 10. I mean,
One. Do not fire!
Yeah, we don't even have our medical stuff set up yet, so let me tab out of that. Also, that sounded like a vanilla SMG noise. That's gonna make me angry. Low, we'll do tier 2, but my standard. Where is Ace overheating? We're gonna turn that off. What is my medical set to right now? Because that's gonna need to be adjusted when we actually do kit testing. Scroll down, wee woo. Medical. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. There it is. Yeah, 15.5. That's because, a lot of the realism stuff I've been doing has been Project Op 4 based, so their body armors are ridiculously overpowered. And I've been having them fight RHS, which is, you know, actually a bit more balanced, so that's why you see that. So what I've usually found is setting this to 5 and that to 1 for most average stuff is okay, but we'll be adjusting as needed. And I think that's all well, no, we're going to turn advanced ballistics off because I do not want to spend like 20 hours doing all the models and stuff. We're going to do 4.9, recovery of 5, because I want to give them not infinite stamina, but it'll give them enough of a stamina pool to do this mission sprinting. Now, let's build... Oh, there's civilians, right. We could totally throw some down. Let's see, Half-Life 2, the Combine, Civil, CP officers. So I'm gonna go build this probably on this beach over here. So we have a CP team. We can literally just make him a team there. What's the difference between the Razor and the regular one? I think symbols? No, one's just darker. Pretty sure that means something, but I haven't played Half-Life in a very long time. So, you know, we'll just do a showcase here. I'll put down what I've got. Airwatch, we got the gunship and the hunter chopper. Both very, very nice. Yeah, this one behaves like a VTOL. That one behaved like an actual chopper, if I remember correctly from testing. Transhuman. Make a fire team out of those guys. Yeah, prison guards, I don't think we need. Soldiers, we definitely need. Oh, cool, they have a designated team leader. Okay, so... we'll have that. I think 4-man fire teams would be okay, so we can do that. Overwatch Airwatch, Overwatch Transport. What's the difference? So I think CP should have a fire team. We can fight them with fire team levels of guys. I don't think that'll be a problem. And if I need to spawn more, you know, I can just, you know, make it into a squad beforehand. So they are actually different symbols here. So let me see if it just means they can fit different levels of dudes. So that one can fit 7. And that one can fit 7. So they're essentially the same thing. I think those are the same thing. Ah! Yeah, so they can only fit 7 dudes. That's fine. So that means they operate in 5-man teams. Because you'd have a driver and a gunner, right? So yeah, driver, gunner. Cruise missiles operator? What? What? Gunner. What? Some. It's not what I was expecting, but okay. Let's give it a look real quick. This is a little intriguing here. The APC in Half-Life shoots RPG rockets like the RPG. Does it work? Is it time for a cruise missile? Ready for the ungodly load time. Ah, man. This should be interesting. So it's saying to this guy that it's, oh my god, light cruise missile. That's mean. That is incredibly mean. And it tracks. Jesus Christ. So that means these are technically four-man fire teams that they transport. Okay, that's... The missile knows where it is. Are you sure that's legal to say with that thing? That's like abhorrence. I know this just has a gun right here. And that one I think also comes with missiles, but... Yeah, it has a bigger cannon. Still, that's crazy. It's crazy. Alright, so now we do have to go do ballistic testing on all of these units. I might have to boop around the medicals, see what we adjust to. I might change my my kit around just to see what I get and the other units get. And we'll see how things go. Let's see. So, you know, actually, also this will let me see what's just default in one of these guys' kits. So, 5 magazines, 2 regular frags. They have thermal vision. See, that sounds right. That actually sounds like the spaz from the game, but the SMG is a vanilla. Why would they do that? I'd hope the AR sounds the same. I think we've already had done this before, but... Why don't you sound the same? 3 shots to the head isn't that bad, but I probably shouldn't have shot him because... Testing. What do you mean sad player-based noises? How's Ace been since the update? Sunday, it's actually not... It's not that bad. I mean, you gotta consider TSV, we're, Oh, Cack, they're telling to engage that guy. Here, let me set these guys to careless hold fire so they stop freaking out. Since we're mainly a realism-based community, it hasn't affected us that much. I know there's a few other communities that are, like, mainly other groups. So that's why they're freaking out, because I know it, like, broke a few things, like in IFA, for example. Oh my god. Alright, these guys are... They're being dumb. 1 second.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Wait, why are you... Stop aggroing! This is VCOM. Okay. VCOM's overriding them because they see a body right here, which is why they're aggroing. I know other groups, you know, IFA based, Star Sim based, but Star Sim, they have their own medical to worry about, so it's not that bad. For some people, it's just been a mess.
Well, there's no getting around it. What a great night.
So are you referring to the Ace Medical update, or just in general? But nonetheless, thanks for the 100 slot, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the ops. And I hope you're getting a kick out of this.
Target neutralized.
So this'll 2-drop you. Okay.
Hostile down.
How are you doing, Stone? How are you in Australia, man?
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Target's down.
So this'll 2-shot you. For those who don't know, for those of you that don't know Stone, he's the guy that helps me keep the lights running. Without him, we would not be able to do as much as what we would want to do. So, again, Stone, thank you. But yeah, I mean the pistol works, at least for the those boyos. Now we got to go test the other kits. But yeah, Stone, the man, the legend. Also, Sniperot, thanks for the resub on Twitch Prime. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, my friend, and I hope you get a kick out of this little round of testing. Yeah, so, again, VCOM telling those guys to do patrol stuff. I don't mind that VCOM does that, just makes testing a little more annoying because my kids can run off. Alright. So 4 against, like, that was the elite soldier team leader dude. I actually don't mind that. This is where, you know, these guys are tanky. See, that's what I'm worried about.
Injured.
Didn't hurt him at all.
Shit, we got a man down.
Took that 5th bullet to do it.
Target in sight.
Actually, that was 7 bullets. But I mean, this just means I'll send the soldiers last. But that was a insta headshot. But if I put you in the head, and as you can see, it's not even coming up on their clothing that they're getting injured. If I were to give them a headshot, if I could aim, yeah, there we go. Because you got to remember, these guys will heal themselves from those wounds if they don't drop them quick enough. So I might have to give them a vehicle or two and just give them some extra ammo, but we'll see how that goes. Now I'm kind of scared what the 9mm is going to do because Ace Medical bases these off of calibers. So it's scary to see how things are going. Yeah, now the elites. This is... I'm going to laugh if the elites take less damage than the soldiers. If anything, they should be very hard to kill.
I've got a visual. Rifleman. 75 meters.
So if I were to run up and tap you in the face... Yeah, 2-tap. So like the CPs.
Target acquired.
So yeah, about the same health as the other guys, but you know, they'll all have the AR-2s. Speaking of which, I mean, since they're here, I might as well... So 4-shot those guys. It's not bad. I mean, what? How much ammo? I think they're 30 rounders. Yep. So So far from what I'm seeing, a 1 to 5 is not that bad. I'm gonna have to test what they do to me. Both the suit and the regular guys. But I'm liking what I see there. So let's get a 9mm. That would be the medic. Put him on a hold fire and see what he does against the CPs. Oh, the plas ball, that'll insta kill. That's really meant to be against vehicles. I mean, this thing, it's meant to be a short-range weapon, but... Oh, why do you make vanilla sounds? So, this 3 taps people. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go to soldiers, because it looked like the, yeah, the elite guys, they had the same body ballistics as the other dudes. So, let's delete that. Now, there is one final detail I also need to add to these guys, which will make them so much cooler. Are you fuckers really just walking off again? No! Stop swimming! Get back to your freaking pose. So yeah, you can kill him with like a full mag, but that's again to be expected. If you headshot him, it's 3. Yeah, so I mean, against what they're, you know, packing, it's actually pretty balanced in my opinion. Now, real quick, SMG, what would that do to you? Yeah, 4 hits. So a little. It's literally pistol. Pistol's weak. SMG's all right. The AR is great. And the Python, it's like a little below the AR, but it's above the SMG. So that's pretty balanced for everything considered. Yeah, swimming combine, right? That's a weird thought. Now, there is something I really want to add, just real quick. Because I know I added it in the mod for a reason. I have to do it on attributes, don't I? That's okay.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Where is it? There it is. I'm so used to doing it in Zeus, but with Eden, you have to do it this way.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
There is a mod on the workshop that lets you add their voice. Yeah, I know, they sucked up a lot of resources, so seeing water will be weird. I mean, you could consider this some sort of, like, remote outpost, I don't know, but... You know, I'm just trying to make an interesting out, because this is the most interesting map I really have for something like this in the mod set. Now, these guys are going to sound a lot cooler. Yeah, islands were created at lowered sea level. Exactly. There's a lot of ways you could play this off. My voice. Might need to go AFK and get a drink in a second. And just because I don't think I hit the OK button. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Alright. Now this is going to be a lot cooler. No, Malin, I only, I'm selecting them in groups because they have different weapons. So if I right-click, oh wait, no, that's for Arsenal, never mind. No, I do that because I'm in the habit of if it's something with a different kit,
Form staggered column.
I even made this mistake last night when I was building the Little Bird mission. I accidentally selected, including my pilot to make a kit. And I thought I hit cancel because I immediately realized it, but I accidentally hit OK. And I had to redo all my kits for that op. And I was really pissed off with myself. It wasn't that bad. There's only 3 kits to make for that mission. But it's gonna be some stupid Call of Duty style bullshit. Now, what's fun about these guys now is,
Copy that.
Wait, why are you still... No! There we go. I love that. Someone took all the voice files. That makes me giddy. But after the first one, it initiates. I love it. That was your last stop after all. Yeah. I feel that. Okay, so... let's see what they can do to ballistic test me. What? Like Gmod. How did that happen? Oh, I know why. Ha! Ha, it's because... that, but at the same time, that shouldn't have insta-killed me. So is... why is Vanilla Medical overriding Ace Medical? Makes no sense. Everything's on. Might have been a glitch with the respawn settings. Let's try that again. But that should not have done that. Unless there's some sort of script within the Half-Life mod that forces it to be vanilla, but that would be the first I've heard of it. Yeah, it was counted as an AI. That could also be the reason. Because there was no reason that should have killed me.
Form staggered column.
Because I also noticed it was giving the red flashes as if I was getting shot. I'm gonna remote control this guy and just shoot myself. Well, okay, no, that was alt silly. Did I accidentally do alt control instead of control? That might have been it. But no, it didn't because it showed the red on my screen when I was getting hit, so that was still my unit. Why is that overriding? Is it because of the suit? No. What the heck is bypassing Ace Medical? That's weird. That's disabled. Because I know it wasn't doing this post the 3.1.2 update. I did medical testing, and it was knocking me unconscious and stuff. So let's try reloading that fresh. Yeah. Right, Stone?
Half-Life. I was there when it first released. Great game.
It changed how video games were, man. It was great. I do agree. Thanks for sticking around. Now we're just trying to solve a conundrum here.
Form staggered column.
Weird. Worst comes to worst, I'm gonna go back to the Roblox op and see if it's there too. It shouldn't be. Yeah, what the hell? Hardman, it's 10:51 in the morning. What do you mean going to bed? I thought you were American. Hmm. Nothing's changed in my medicals, so that shouldn't be doing anything. $1:51 Saturday morning. Alright, alright. Yeah, Stone, it was great, but this is baffling. Where's Roblox? Because this is using the exact same mod set. So what loading this mission file will tell me is if it is isolated to just the Half-Life stuff, or if it's something else. But Sunday, I'm loading a different mission file that I know works, because now I need to see if where the problem is, because it could be with a mod update, it could be with something glitched out on my end, something randomly corrupted. We'll see how things go. It is Friday. Why did I think it was Saturday? God, yeah, that just shows you how screwed up in the head I am today. So... yeah, so that's working. That is definitely working. So it's isolated to the Half-Life mod. New working theory. It has to do with the Gordon Freeman character specifically, as in it's scripted to use its own medical settings. So if I were to hit a player slot on AI, then it should work. Maybe. Because I remember when I did testing beforehand, it didn't do this. So I'm gonna just take this guy instead. And attributes. Set as the player character. And if this is the case, I just need to copy over the arsenal of those units marked Gordon Freeman. And I should be okay. Let's see if this is it. Because, yeah, it might be the Gordon Freeman character has some scripts tied to it, because if you want to make scenarios, you know, to do the medical system of Half-Life, they might have built their own medical system around that. Nope, it still kills him.
We got a man down.
Maybe all the units are scripted that way? It might be the guns, I know, but no, it wouldn't be the calibers, because the calibers wouldn't insta-kill you. Because the issue is something is overriding Ace Medical. I've seen this before, and it's like, you can't do that with guns. Guns don't have that level of scripting that you can tie to them to literally bypass a medical system. It has to be the unit. But if that doesn't work, I'll retest it. What I'm trying to think is, I'm gonna grab a blue 4 team here. And let me grab this guy with that. Because I'm thinking there might just be some scripture on the units. What's causing that? Because I think it's unit-specific scripting. You see this a lot in, especially the Star Wars R&D mods. That's why it's not always a good idea to take units directly from the mod. Because, for example, 3CB has a script tied to the units where it gives them random inventories. That's why you can't use 3CB faction units. Excuse me, it's specifically 3CB faction units that do that. So you normally have to base your units off of a different kit. Yeah, it's the units. It's the units. So we need to copy all the arsenals to other units. But this is exactly why you do 40 hours of testing. Because if I were to put this on a mission, my player base would kill me. They would fucking kill me. I love it when I'm right. Okay, let's see. So I'll be renaming all these anyway. So we have this one guy. We'll throw him over there because it's putting that as the player unit. And then let's see. I can also use symbols to kind of match up where they are. So hell, I could probably leave the name Gorilla. Well, I'll have to change out I could leave the RPG-7. But let's see. So we have a pistol, SMG, shotgun. So honestly, just any would work. And then we have the team leader, which I'll just, keep that same symbol. And then AT assistant, I know doesn't have any symbol. So we have that. And then we have the RPG guy himself. And then the medic. And all we got to do is just copy-paste that kit. So I'll go ahead and delete these. Oh, I'm alright, Black Joker. Yeah, because let's be honest. No one likes insta-death in Arma 3. If you do, then you haven't played it without insta-death before. I've never run into someone that actually likes insta-death in Arma 3. And usually the people that do say that are either agreeing with someone superior with them to try to kiss their ass, or they just haven't played long enough in the game. Or every game experience they've had, they just haven't, you know, been insta-killed multiple times before. Which means their Zeuses are great, in which case, you know, good for them. I'm glad that they have that. Yeah, Bloodlust is an exception, but Bloodlust, at least you can set that to different calibers and stuff. I'd pay for that 40 sweet, sweet hours of testing with the 1308. Oh, no, Malin, you gotta, you gotta say it like this. I'd pay for that sweet, sweet 40 hours of testing. Just like that. Half-Life is in the game, Half-Life? Yes. Fuck. What's it rescripting? It's rescripting the uniform. Fuck, so Project Op4 is running a script where it's breaking the units, so what do I'm gonna have to base them off of FIA, so they're gonna have broken English, but if it makes it work, it makes it work. I mean, then again, I could also just, switch all their things to English anyway. Ah! Alright, that's fine. Squad leader, rifleman, 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 team leader. There's a Malin in chat. Where's he been hiding? That's a good question.
There's
I think
a Malin in chat. Where has he been hiding?
Malin, I believe, has been taking a break for IRL stuff. Malin, if you want, you can explain. But I think he's been off for school, right, Malin? If I remember correctly. So that should be fine. Now we just gotta copy all these things. Kinda. Well, Malin, you explain it then. Stone wants to know. And when Stone wants to know something, he gets answers. Otherwise, we have to have a chat with human resources. Which is Bloodwing nowadays. Oh my god, no, I haven't discussed this at all. As Malin types this up, I'll tell you guys a story. So in my my editor chat for Liru Shenanigans, I added Bloodwing to it to be quote unquote human resources. And my god, she'll freaking bark at people, and it's so fun to read. Because everyone doesn't take it seriously until she starts yelling. It's so cute, and I love it, but she can be feisty. So Malin, where have you been? We need to know. We gotta know. I almost deleted the squad I was templating over. Cack. And also, before I forget, let's give this guy his medical perms. He was already set to a medic. We'll make him a doctor. Quicker healing. Never hurts. I'm gonna have to, What do you mean action performed? What? No, stop it. Attributes. I might give the SLs, better radios, actually, to, communicate, past the RF range. Let's see. Attributes. Why am I on his attributes? Right, because I want to set him as the player character. Alright, cool. Basically, being as active as I was in TSP seriously affected my mental health and general being. I lost my long-term QF and failed my first year of uni, so I quit gaming 100% for the foreseeable future, just not good for me. But I am still hanging out and streams are fun. Respect. I did something similar in high school. Freshman year, I really loved my Halo Reach. But yeah, I was not having a good time IRL, so I think I quit video games for 2 years and then played around in like junior and senior year, like late junior year and senior year. And then I had another break, and then I came back into video gaming towards my second semester freshman college, and started Liru the Lance Corporal. So Mal and I completely understand that. As someone who has quit gaming for a while, I completely understand and respect that. Alright, so let's see. If you hit me with the pulse rifle 5 times, am I gonna die? Hello? Well, I think we found a new issue. You're perfectly okay. Wow! Hello? Yes, this head is made out of stellinium. And therefore, he's unkillable. What a god. Love how every time it taps the little box, it shoots. Well, this is, yeah, alright, so the armor values are really, really OP, so I'm probably gonna have to change them to vanilla vests.
Respect, Mullen. Respect, you do you.
Malin Stone approves of your action. It's not the gun, because the Python isn't part of Half-Life. The Python's part of our RND mod. So it's either the uniform or the body armor that's causing it. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to go to his vest, and I'm going to replace that vest with a tactical vest from Vanilla. And we'll see if it's his clothing that's causing it, which I don't think it is. Because the ballistic rating on his clothing, it's up there, but it's modeled off of a CSAT vest. So I don't mind taking out the protective vest just to make him killable. So yeah, I mean, a little bit of a change, sure, but it doesn't change the inventory space that much. Let's try that. No, I'm not set to invincible. I don't do my invincibility settings until I'm on the Zeusop itself. Also, if I was set to invincible, then I wouldn't have been getting killed in vanilla, because invincibility makes you literally unable to take any sort of damage. With the exception of scripted damage that is meant to insta-kill you. That does bypass all medical settings. Now, this also makes me really worried about the Half-Life uniform, because I have a feeling that's going to be able to just tank damage insanely. But let's see if replacing that vest... Alright, that's a bit of an issue. It might just be the uniform then. Real quick. If it is the uniform, that means the Half-Life vest that this guy is wearing is also going to be invincible. So I'm going to put that on and shoot myself again. Haven't traveled East Coast before. What would you recommend? I don't know. I have a feeling the HEV vest is going to be ridiculously overpowered. Lucky is giving traveling advice. That's fair. If I were to butt in, I would say one of my favorite places to go when I vacation is the Outer Banks. Yeah, so we're not going to do Half-Life. We're not going to be able to do these. I might give it to Ground Command, but give them, like, you know, less ammo and make them more of a command role. But it looks like it's the uniforms. How's it going moving to the big-ass ships talked about in the 44/Cobra? I'm watching them. I'm supposed to join the 44th and do a basic. I've just been too busy with my own projects to do it, you know? That should clean up post-Katsukan, but I'm not holding my breath because there's still a lot I need to do in a very small amount of time. So, worst comes to worst, I could just give him a gorilla uniform from Vanilla. You know, this fits really well. That can fit really well. His belt clips a little bit, but that's fine. But this is a matter of finding out if all of them are OP or only some of them are OP. Plus, I'm pretty sure that just murdered his carry weight for his uniform. Yeah, so if they were carrying anything extra, now the uniform is, since it carries less, it's not going to be able to do much. But I'm willing to bet it's uniform-based. So we'll see how things go. I wouldn't visit the East Coast right now. Well, yeah, not in the winter, unless there's also a hurricane going on. I also know there's just these rapid, freaking rainstorms going on. Here, let me check how bad stocks are today. Jesus Christ, it bounced down to that. Now it's recovering. Ugh. I'm gonna stop playing long term again. Long term is so stupid. Short term, you can make a few percent every few days, and it's nice. Long term, you're just kind of sitting there going, oh, it's down. Oh, it's up. Oh, it's back down again. Amazing. Alright. That looks like it's hurting. Alright. So, minor avulsions. So that vest is actually doing a lot of bullet deflection. A headshot, though, knocks you out. Okay. That I like. So I just have to change all their uniforms to be vanilla. Which I think it's going to be doable. So the issue is this guy is going to have to be changed out. I really wanted to use them, but I'm not going to be able to, unfortunately. So, it's okay. Side question. Those have less of a ballistics rating than the actual, well, not those, but that. So what if taking out those pads actually does something? Let me see. Because if I could just change it to the civilian version, that would be a lot better than that, because they've got the beige and blue, but not the green and not the medic. But we can find a different uniform for medic. So let's just try the civilian and see what it does. Alright. Sorry if I take a small break. I'm texting Bloodwind at work because she's a bit moody. She needs a hug. But I can't just walk into her office and hug her. I think I'd actually be shot for that. No, I'd be shot, yeah. Just imagine this office building. This guy in his underwear and a green robe comes in. He goes, "Hi, I'm here to see my girlfriend." Yes, those uniforms are not usable at all. But against the CP, they're fine. But that's because they do vanilla damage and not ace damage, because it just overwrites. So I'll do a bit more testing on that. I'd have to do some dedicated server testing for this file to make sure that the server doesn't overwrite that medical, otherwise the CP are going to be invincible. And if that's the case, then I'll just have to scrap the entire mission. So, big oof. What type of work does she do? Government contracting. They take that shit pretty seriously. So I'm going to have to redo Gordon's kit. Which I'll probably just copy over from the team lead. So, let's see. I mean, that's actually not a bad substitute. Gorilla apparel? That fits perfectly with the belt, and that's vanilla. That's a really good substitute. Hell yeah. All these guys have individual kits, so I'll do them one at a time. Makes them a little more militant, but the pro side with this is they'll all have the same uniform, so PID will be a tad easier, but then again, PID when all your guys are wearing fancy masks and shit shouldn't be that bad. But I'm trying to think, if it's unit-side scripting, the server still shouldn't override it as long as we make sure the mission file settings are set to mission and not server. So that should be okay. A big should on that, but should be okay. Trying to think, though. How am I going to differentiate the medic if they all look the same? What's his backpack size? So that's huge. So that one doesn't have as much. That cuts, how many blood bags does that cut you down to? 4. So if I were to cut you down to that, I could get you up to 12. 8 morphinate epi. 4 tourney. 14. 14's doable. Now, did your uniform keep your pack? No, it did not. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut these down. I can cut 2 of those. 2 of those. I want to keep your 4 tourneys. And then the pack. Alright, yeah, so. And then your earplugs. And then that kit's literally the same as this kit, so it's fine. Alright, so now realistically, if I were to take you guys, turn you around, settings, add-on options. So that was at 15. So let's try a 5. 5 and 5. And then fatal injuries never, just so I can do ballistic testing on that squad of infantry. I'll be fine if I wear the robe and the balaclava. They'll let me walk right in. Yeah. Yeah. Here, I'll text her that. Hold on, babe. I'm streaming and I was wondering if I could come see you if I was wearing underwear, my green robe, and a balaclava. Stream says they'd let me waltz right up. I spelled waltz wrong. To you, but I think I'd be shot. Do you know the answer? Let's see what she says. This also tell me what mood she's in. So 9 shots with an AR, but what's the actual damage? It fucks him up. Now, a headshot would insta-tap. So by that balance, I don't mind the fact they get tanky in the chest, but yeah, one shot to the face would insta-drop you. So I think that's kind of balanced. How many to the leg? So yeah, less in the leg. So we're literally playing Tarkov, essentially, with this medical. But I think that would work. And I'm literally just going to make this on the squad level, too. I'm not going to make any kits here. So there's still a few more things we need to test with this mission file. So 1 squad leader AR2.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Modadic giving Dova a sub. There he is, Modadic, the secret sub Santa. He would be right under stone right now with everything he's given. So thank you, Mod. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. And I hope you get a kick out of this. And same with you, Dova. Thanks for all your mod work. You get your goat horns back. So what is this guy? He is handgunner. How do you spell gorilla? If I was in a Mimi mood, I would call them all Harambe. Do I want this to be a semi-serious op, or do I want to make... Well, we'll be serious. I would totally call this Harambe. No, I really want to do it, but I don't want to take the mood away from the op, so, No, we will stop it. Alright. Okie dokie. Here, let's see if Harambe Life Guerrilla Wars, yeah, right? So Bloodwayne's saying if I were to get
Send
through all
in
the
Goat
security,
Team 6
when she saw me,
now.
she would slowly close the door and lock it. Yeah, she has a door to her office. Freaking really good for her age, like, hot damn. The dream, I get to stream all day and she actually works.
It's a Dovict 3 and a mod add 1 count. What's up, my dudes?
The mod act won't count. And Unleash, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the ops, and I hope you get a little kick out of this build stream. So, Bravo. Charlie. Delta and Echo, and this will be a 40 slot. You know, I'll add a Foxtrot, because I doubt we'll get them, but, you know, we'll see. Foxtrot. I just want to make sure I don't have a repeat of the first op tray op where one of the guys in the squad was they, like, you know, it was hard for them to actually die. You had to hit him in the face. But let's see. Unleashed, again, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a kick out of this one. I probably already said this, but, you know, just want to reassure. Now, I'm going to take all these guys and this guy, attributes, and we're going to give them a more powerful radio that they'll have to multi-channel for short range and long range. So we'll give them the 152. Now, another thing I need to test real quick is I need a vehicle that will give them the ability for everyone to sit in it, but I don't think we have any that will do it. So if anything, we could actually add, I got that 50 cal right there. That could work. So instead of a Foxtrot, I could have two Vic teams. Because I'm assuming that can only fit 3. Yeah. So those would be HMG, but once they're out of ammo, they're out of ammo. And we also need to test that Menace to make sure it can blow up all the enemy Vics. So... yeah, that sounds good, Unleashed. Anyway, I'm gonna head off and sleep in the rain. Or to the rain. That'd be funny if you slept in the rain. Enjoy the mission. See ya Sunday. Hope you, keep enjoying everything. So that's Alpha, and that's Alpha. Those are all written, so I can just delete that. Okay. So what civilian car looks trashy enough to be... I mean, do they even need transport for what we're doing? Not really. We just have them walk across this bridge unmolested, and then the cars could drive over. And then we can make an objective in here that they have to grab, and then in there, like, that can be the keys or something. And then raid the, hospital for medical supplies. And tell them specifically to only take 4 boxes. Sorry, this reminded me of a, certain building from, 40K, but just smaller scale. So that could actually be doable. So what would it be? So for like every squad, there is a support vehicle that drives with them. But we also have to consider the size here of this town. You know, I think it would be an interesting experiment. Let's do that. So 10-man squads, but you have a driver and a gunner. So this would be 9. Guerrilla driver. And then... guerrilla gunner. So this would mean 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So yeah, every squad would have one of those Vics. Where would our staging point be? Probably over here. I don't think there's any specific Vic that could carry, like, 7 people. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Yes. I think it can only carry 6, though. Here, let's not template it off of that. Yeah, I can only carry 6. Oh, we'd have an extra. But wait, no, because the technical. Well, there's the 4. Right, fuck. So close. Why would we do Urals? Urals are so generic. I'm looking for something ridiculous. Guys. Battle bus. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. 24 dudes in the battle bus. Ladies and gentlemen, we have selected the battle bus. If anyone vetoes, you can make your own Half-Life mission. Where was it? No, I want my bus back. There it is. We can have 2 different colors of bus. And we can put resupply in the bus. Oh, this is how you win at life, okay? I wish we could make it a double decker. Well, I mean, this would be too ridiculous, but... Oh. We'll have a British Parliament up, and we'll just stack 2 buses on top of each other. But you can't shoot out of the bus, so it wouldn't work. So I'm only planning for 30 squads max. So I'm only going to spawn 3 cars. Now, I'm going to also right-click here, Attributes. Whew. Spare wheels, cargo size. That's for loading. I veto all non-battle bus options. Well, okay, we gotta use battle buses now. That's the rule. And Stone also agrees with the battle bus. Alright, it's a rule.
All hail the battle bus, a world of win la 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 la.
It is now a rule. All hail the battle bus. Okay. So I'm trying to think, how do I want to build these vehicles? I'm thinking attributes for these Vics themselves. I'm not going to have any equipment storage in here. So if they get it oofed, they get it oofed, then they become infantry. I will put 4 spare wheels. I'll enable ammunition cook-off, and that's fine. But for the buses, since you could store a lot of stuff in them, I'm not putting an HMG on the bus. I could, well... No, I'm not going to do it. But I've got an interesting style of operations, but we'll see that way later down the road. So cargo space, I'm going to make it 100 because I'm going to make one of these missions loadable. Repair vehicle, no. If they lose the technical, then it's oofed for the rest of the op. Rearm cargo, though, I will allow them to rearm the machine gun off of it if it stays alive. Spare wheels, I'll put 10. And it is a medical vehicle in case people need to pack in it. Enable randomization? No. Because we'll look at skins in a second. Equipment storage. Okay. We're going to make a little bit of resupply in here, but not that much. So 20 mags in there. We're going to put some spare grenades in here. Really, Metis missiles is what I'll be sticking in here. We're not putting a mortar in the bus either. Put a ZSU. Again, there's so many ways we can style the bus, guys, but it'll be later, alright? I've got a battle bus mission planned for Saturday, but it's far down the road. Alright, 20 smoke. What time is it? I gotta put up the next YouTube video soon. I don't want to miss it again, because people have been bitching at me. Oh, here, let me text Bloodwind back and see what she said. Aw, she sent something romantic instead. Yay! She just says she'd take the balaclava off and kiss me. Ah, appreciate it. Now, I gotta remember what ammo types for what guns exist. So I believe the magazine was an 18-round mag, so we just have to scroll to the 18 section. Giggity. I believe that was it. Oh, now we gotta scroll through all this. Eden inventories would be so much nicer. Hold up, I saw the plasma. That's not the type of grenade. Okay. I'm just gonna do this individual weaponry base. So it was 18-round magazine, right? 18-round minus 19. Okay, we're good. So this one, it's an AR-2 mag. Alright, easy. Easy, easy. We're not making the battle bus into an infantry fighting vehicle. There will be a different op where we do that, I promise you. But I want to just play around with the Half-Life first, and then we can start getting into some ridiculous stuff. So I gotta scroll through all of the Stalinium-style AKs. So much AK. ABCFG, QRS. So it would be up here. And I'm only giving 10, because that's a tough type of ammunition. Now, squad leader. You know, there's something else I need to test. I need to test ballistics on those vehicles. So I'm going to right-click this, attributes, and set as non-player. And we're just going to shoot up some bits with those units. But, let's see, SMG. We got the Python ammo. Let's now look at the SMG. What type of ammo do you use? You use 30 round, 4.6, and 4.6 by 30. So honestly, yeah, 4.6, 4.6, 4.6. AT bus, AA bus, all of the buses, right? But like I said, we'll get to it in dear time, my friend. So 30 round. It was a number, so it actually might be close to the top. There they are. And then we have a 4 points, which should be somewhere in here. Here they are. And now looking in energy balls, I'm giving some extra of because they have a lot of weight to them. And then we also need to do a little bit of medical. I'm not going to do too much, but why am I doing it that way? So 50 of those, we'll do 20 of those, 5 cable ties for utility, 15 of those, 15 of those, some spare packs, because they're set as medical buildings. Or vehicles, excuse me. And then tourniquets, which always take me a hot second to find. And then we need to rechange our ACE settings because I set them back to vanilla when we were testing. Okay, cool. So, now settings, add-ons. We're going to turn off advanced ballistics because I don't want to test how advanced ballistics works with, you know, a mod we're only going to make a few missions out of. Fatigue, we're going to set that to 4.9 and 5, because 5 sometimes glitches out performance. And then overheating. We're going to disable those effects because I don't want them to worry about that. Alright, cool. Now, let's see how things go. We've got Alpha. That's my Zeus slot, so I'll fix that. Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo. So let's take a regular squad slot. Mobile cruise missile bus cap. Stop it. And in 10 minutes, we're going to tab out and I'll upload a video to YouTube. Okay. So let's do ballistic testing first. Yeah, so those wheels can get popped easily. But how are... Otherwise, for the most part, she's fine. I would assume her engine's in here. Yeah, so I think she's that lucky style of glitch where, with Ace, she is super invincible instead of, you know, vanilla damage. Which, you know, the opposite can be if you're, playing the Starship Trooper mod and your bugs can get their engine one-tapped and they stop moving. Try the back of the Vic. Yeah, we can do that too real quick. Oh yeah, that's where the engine is. How'd that go? Yeah, so it's gonna take actual AT or probably 50 cal to get it. What's 12.7, which is, that's funny to say because it says 50 cal right there, but it's telling me 12.7. They're pretty much the same thing, but still. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. It's just the wheels can get destroyed easily, so that's why there's spare wheels in the Vix. So there's 4 spare in there, and there's another 10 spare wheels in the buses. So that should be A-okay. Now, which one of you has my Metis? Because now we gotta do some boom-boom testing. Placing objects not available. Which one's glitched out? That one's okay. That one's okay. That one's not okay. Alright, so the Razor I'm going to not use then, because that one has given me an insufficient resource bug. I don't think you can disable backblast, right? So I might backblast myself here. But you can't get a lock. But yeah, that'll insta-kill if you hit. Alright. That's nice. Oh, I need to add the heat missiles to the buses. That's another big thing, because there's not going to be any of that resupply in the field. Oh, that was a miss. Yeah, so the fly-by wire is going to be interesting when the when the Vics actually fly around. We'll see some ingenuity, but I'll also be given a lot of spare ammo here. Oh, and I love the fact that they do that. The heck was that? Hello? I think the engine's spilling down. Wait, you make the SMG sound, but the actual SMGs don't make the sound? I call bullshit. I call bullshit, sir. Good day, sir. I might also need to reset the asymmetrical. So it'll bring the chopper down, but will a second AT shot kill him? So one will at least bring the chopper down. I don't mind that. Actually, before I fire, let me actually go and hit the enter key on them and see how their medical is. So that basically frickety-fracked her main rotor. Alright. So I could play these by ear, because it looks like they're having the same thing where with Ace their thing is invincible, but it takes a few to actually blow them up. So that's okay. It just means they now become things you avoid, or I can just end key them when they take a missile, since this is going to be a compact area. So yeah, little tongue-in-cheek, which is why I always prefer Zeusing to actual missions and stuff. Now we also need to test the Vic. These guys are gonna aggro because, oh my god, sounds, bad things. Wow. But I'm pretty sure these APCs can get tapped. Wow. Oh yeah. Easy. Easy game. Okay. So yeah, the RPGs, which are laser guided, we can just use Medicis for that. And let's not use the Razor. Let me check my medical to make sure that I've set everything. So medical. So yeah, set you back to 1. And always. Now I will need to bring this on the server, because I do need to do dedicated kit testing. So if anything, I'm actually going to save it where it is right now, give it an export, and I'm going to set the files to transfer on the server, because I need to get this dedicated tested, because I don't want to build the op and find out that the enemy units are invincible, because then it's completely pointless. I would have wasted all of my time, and I have a lot of other things I could be doing. I just realized we're not going to be able to do a combine op, though, because they're, that armor probably is going to make them invincible. But we'll see. You're at school watching this? Must be a boring class, then. So I'll go ahead, throw up the stock image. We'll be back in a little bit, but, hey, Q&A, guys. How are you all doing? What's going on in the world? You know, I just realized we probably have, since this is the same T1 add-ons mission file that I've already utilized, it's probably already on the server, so instead, I'm just going to tab out and put a video up real quick. So let's go to my videos tab here. I think the next Afghani armor op would be a good thing to kind of ease into. I don't want to do anything super special. But no, we haven't even done the next Iran versus US one next. So let's do the botched raid of Salama 1953. Alright, so let's open that one up. Alright, cool. Alright, so, give you the first of many T3 TSB ops come, both featuring 2 separate player bases with ulterior kids. Blue for the T3s, seen as CIA trying to overthrow the 1954 Guatemalan government. Green for T1s and T2s are trying to stop them. This op showcases the botched raid of Arma in 1953 that's complicated. The 1954 Operation PB success with the fact that multiple was and CIA operatives were captured. PB success. So just give me a second, guys. I'll get to your questions, but this gives you guys a second to, you know, ask the questions. Guatemalan, 1953, 1954. Should also, when I get back into, you know, all my videos and stuff, I'll get back into releasing fancy thumbnails and stuff. Arma 3. Today's date. This was done last Sunday. Operation PB success. This will be a new playlist, and we'll release it publicly a few minutes early. And that should be good. Alright, with that all done, let's go back into our tabs here. You left my stream on, Nurse? Nice. Hope I didn't wake you up. I hate being woken up, and I am such a light sleeper that literally anything wakes me up. And it's not just sound, it's smells, too. I'll wake up and I'll smell pancakes downstairs. I'm like, I wanted to sleep in, but now I'm hungry for pancakes. The struggle is real. Alright, so now I'm just setting up my server
let's give him
here.
a warm welcome, shall we?
Booting up my other thingamajig. Drunk, stressed, and happy. Hey, I mean, coming from a guy named the Drinking Aussie, the name checks out. Big Mess Dog also watching from school. Or no, he was supposed to do schoolwork, but fell asleep, and now he's watching me to delay his work. Hey, I procrastinate all the time. There's supposed to be some really big finance homework I'm supposed to be doing right now. I am procrastinating that hardcore. I hate finance homework. Oh, that's the wrong server. I wouldn't want to stop that. I don't think anyone's using that server right now, but that's okay. Let's hit the stop button on my server. We do have an op in 4 hours, so maybe I can get this done and we can start working on the next Operation PB Success mission. And maybe get that done before 4 o'clock, because I know I'm already ready for the next master file, but I don't want to stream any of that because spoilers. I already accidentally streamed some of the spoilers, and I don't want to do that again. So we need to go to TSB main. I need to hit the edit button here. I need to remember the name of the TSB T1 add-ons. So if we go to Arma 3, there's the name of that mod, so I can just sneak that in and hit the button there. Hit save. As that is saving, let's go back to MP missions, copy the name of our mission file, go into my configuration files, into the server configuration. I'll just name this TSB testing. I'm gonna turn keying off because these missions you can't put keying on it. It can break the server. And we'll let that boot. Alright. Middle school's a fucking hellhole, is it or is it not? I have good memories and bad memories from middle school. I would say middle school is only a hellhole if you don't find your friend group. If you're alone in middle school, yeah, it sucks. I used to have a friend named Kyle. He was very short, and we would, but he was a class clown. Not one to, like, get in trouble, but, like, a genuinely funny guy. Like, he came into school one day with a banana suit on. And we would put him in people's lockers because you could jump the lockers just by, like, you know, jumping real hard and opening it, and it would always pop the locker open. We would put him in other people's lockers because we knew everyone's schedule when they'd get out. So he would they'd open it and he'd like say hi and like put his arms out and everyone freaked the fuck out and this kid with the banana suit would get out and everyone in the hallway would look at us like we were crazy. Those were the days. I got in a school fight once. I one-punched a school bully and knocked him the fuck out. But yeah, that was fun. And then I talked it down to in-school suspension. That was crazy.
Finance homework. I can help with that, lol.
I love how the bot went like a little nose snort instead of a it just like that sounded even more snappy. Stone, I love you. That was great timing. That was awesome, man. Let's put our stock image back up. We're waiting for our server to boot. Oh, that was funny. Okay, Stone, you got me there. That's pretty... Nah, so it's the I think the second hardest, if not the hardest class for my degree field at my university is their finance class. But so far I think I'm okay because the first, like, there's 5 exams. The first one, it's next week on Thursday for me. But it's all dealing with the growth of money over time with different interest rates. So you got simple compound interests, time value of money, all these other fancy terms which I haven't memorized yet. But like every term means you do something different to it. And so far I've been doing okay on the other homeworks, but this one homework set's literally 54 questions. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, homework like that, it trains you how to do every little thing, but at the same time, it's annoying to have to do that much. I mean, yeah, Kobe, I agree. At that point, it does get boring, but, you know, I'm a guy that loves to throw my money around in the stock market, make a few grand here and there. It's nice for someone like me. But, you know, that's also what kind of really keeps me afloat. It's Stone and the stock market. They all begin with S's right now. Hey, Will, how you doing? So, that's the thing. I only keep Twitch and YouTube going these days just so I can, I don't care if I stream the password because I'm going to change it for the actual ops anyway. But, I only keep Twitch and YouTube up just to keep TSB alive, you know, keep recruitment up. But that's why I also care a lot less about my primary YouTube channel, because it's not going to go anywhere. I've looked at all the algorithms and all the shadow bans on it, because I've got someone that lets me, or he doesn't let me see it, but he tells me what's going on, because he actually has a job in YouTube and has access to that stuff. And there's nothing I can do, really, to fix it, so I just don't give a shit. Like, the only way I could get out of all the shadow stuff is if I get a video or two to go viral, knock me over 100K, then it lifts some of those shadow bans.
and restrictions, and then I might be able to fast track myself, but it's so much relying on luck that I'm honestly better off just relying in the stock market. That's how bad it is. So I don't care. And then Twitch will ban you on a whim if someone says a naughty word. And it's not even a bad naughty word, it's just like a simple naughty word. And they don't give a shit about you because you can appeal it, and they'll get back to you on their own time, literally weeks later, and say, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm this cable guy from South Park rubbing my nips. Looks like you're gonna have to deal with our policies." That sort of shit. So I really don't care about this anymore. I'm just here to have fun. And I'm not gonna lie, ever since the Twitch ban, and I've switched everything that way. Sure, it's been stressful. I've been working my ass off, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. You know? And who else right now is doing Project 11, which is an RTS in Arma 3 for Zuzing? Who else is doing Operation PB Success right now for the Guatemalan stuff? Who else is doing an Iran versus... Well, actually, that one's going to be a bit more common because I know a lot of groups are doing that. But, you know, I gave it a little sci-fi twist at the end, and I added dedicated armor ops with the Afghani fight. Usually people just do infantry only. Who else is building Half-Life ops right now? Who else is going to run another Roblox Milsim op this weekend? And do a Star Wars op where, again, we fight on the fucking Dreadnought. I've just improved a few things about it, you know? Who else is doing that? Nobody. Especially after the Ace update. And if I don't do it, I'm going to be perfectly honest, no one will. I'm going to act a little high and mighty here because I've been literally trolling through Twitch and YouTube right now trying to find out what other people have been doing. And it's all been pretty generic by my count. So if I don't do it, no one else will. Alright, let's see if Vanilla's overriding these units, which I want it to. Okay, good. Good. So, this is what's nice when you actually have a type of script that overrides Ace, and I might actually ask Makarov if he could rip that. Because if you have an overriding Ace damage system, and it works on the server, because right now we're on my server. This mission file is booted on my server, and I'm actually able to kill these guys with the same ballistic damage models that we had earlier. So this is really, really good to see, because this means that this is going to be playable. Now, if I'm not sure how I'm going to make the Combine playable, because it'll probably have body armor in their uniforms, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So now I can go back into Editor, and we can actually start building this mission. Oh, Royal, I'm not gonna lie, I got all my marketing expertise. First off, Guild Wars 2, joined a clan, and we're the reason that the gem price crashed, because we found an exploit with copper mining that let you farm a lot more copper. And this was when the game first released, when people were buying single pieces of copper for crafting, because everyone was getting to crafting like tier 1 and stuff. You could buy a single piece of copper ore for 50 copper. And this was back when it took you like a week to farm a few gold coins. So we just did copper runs and built ourselves up that way, because you could make a silver piece by selling 2 copper. And within a week, we literally had all the legendary weapons, because all the legendary weapons were put on the market for 20 gold a pop. So we would go world v world and just absolutely annihilate people. And then we started getting the gem price selling, and then the admins got mad at us and booted most of us, but there was that. And then TF2 hat trading, scrap banking. I never got into Counter-Strike Global Offensive, but I got a lot of my expertise just by doing that. And then I did some small stock market stuff freshman year of college. And ever since then, I've just kind of grown more and more into it. I mean, I'll tell you guys right now. I'll flex a little bit. I started with 25 grand from my work at a VPN company. And right now in my investing account, did I say 23? I might have meant to say 25. So either 23 or 25. Right now I have about 75K in my portfolio. And that is all grown from just 2 years in the stock market. So I'd say I'm doing pretty well for myself. Oh, I'm waiting for the stock market to crash too. That's why I'm not doing any long-term shit at all. Now, I should have invested in Tesla a few months ago. That would have been smart, but, you know, I hate doing long-term stuff because I've been burnt so many times when I do that, and I have to make it all back up in short-term capital gains. Yeah, the gem market, it clearly was, the game was rushed for mechanics like that towards the end, and, you know, it just took a few people to exploit it. But yeah, I never got banned from Guild Wars, but most of my friends did because they overexploited the hell out of it after we did a bunch of pooling. But it's fun. Alright, so we have everything set. We've got kits. We've tested vehicles. We have their resupply. Right, I haven't given them the Metis missiles yet. Let's quickly add those. Equipment storage, launchers, HEAT. But again, let me talk about my end goal real quick. So here's Liru's strategy right now. So my goal, by I want to say next year, is to get my portfolio over about 100K. And that's going to be done by, you know, growing it over time, over, I want to say, the next 6 to 12 months. People like Stone, you know, chipping in to, you know, help pay for my bills so I can, you know, focus more on the market, build up a little bit of savings and whatnot. And hopefully I'll get that account over 100K, because that means, you know, every percent gain you get is, you know, about $1,000. So what I want to then do with that money is I want to, you know, keep doing stocks, obviously, but I want to put some money aside every few weeks, maybe every month to start, and then as it grows, you know, we'll start doing it bi-weekly and then weekly. But I want to put away, you know, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 bucks, and I want to build a computer. And then I want to ship that computer to one of you guys. And I want to get people into Arma 3 with powerful computers that are my fans. I think that's the ultimate way to give back. Because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. I would have probably given up probably around junior year of college. Because I remember I was in a pretty big depression, and it took the entirety of TSB to like get me out of that depression and start Zeusing again. That was a dark time for me because a lot of stuff was falling apart IRL. And it's because of TSB and the fans that I kept going with it. So I really want to give back one day. It's just I'm biding my time when I'm able to do that financially, because you also got to consider Bloodway and I, you know, by next year we're going to be living together. So I have to make sure I have money put aside for rent and stuff. That's another purpose for all this stocks market investing stuff, because I cannot do the level of Zeusing I do today and have a job. That's the truth, because I spend, you know, I say as a joke 40 hours of testing every day. I'm going to be perfectly honest, this is a full-time job, 40 hours a week. I just do a lot of the stuff behind the scenes. I've been streaming a bit more of it recently the past month, but not as much, because, you know, I can either stream the mission building or I can edit videos on the side and do the mission building. So you've been seeing a lot more of the streaming of mission building because I just haven't been editing videos because I haven't been in the mood. So, you know, with the stonks, then I can pay for, you know, my half of the apartment. It's just going forward, I'd want to keep growing that account just so I can, you know, eventually Blunway and I were going to want a townhouse or an actual house. Nothing too major. Neither of us are really that lavish, I would say. It's just we want to, you know, we both want kids. I want 2. She wants more. She's going to learn that 2 is okay. 2 is a fair number, and she's going to accept that because I'm not paying for more than 2 kids. I'm going to save this and quickly reload Arma to add ZEC, ZEI, and some checkpoint stuff. But she'll learn that that is acceptable. And you know, I'm trying to get my life together, essentially. Not together. That sounds like it's apart right now. It's not. It's more so I'm just trying to finish my last 7 classes of college, find a place to live with her, build up my portfolio, build up my self-worth, both physically and mentally, and, you know, try to get everything I want in life, but it's going to require a bunch of effort. So that's part of my plan. That's what we're trying to go with. I mean, right now, short-term goals, I gotta build Barbarian, a computer for editing.
And so it came that another wolf
Oh,
happened
God.
upon the cottage and was immediately enticed by the scene within. Fuck this, I'm out.
A new computer for a fan, I'll get behind that. We must talk.
Alright, Stone, we'll talk. We'll talk. I could probably pull some money out of the account. Geez, this one stock's up 13% today. Hot damn. I could pull some money out of the account, probably by post Katsucon probably is when this stock will take off. I'll pull out a few grand and we'll talk. But I do know I owe Barbarian a computer because he's next in line. So it'll probably be a few months, Stone, but we'll build something. We'll build something. We can definitely make that all work. Bibby, thanks for the bits. Appreciate it, man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. And Stone, as always, thanks. I will say this. Stone is also the reason I don't have a full-time job right now. Or even a part-time. Because he's able to... Him and, honestly, it's not just him, actually. If it was just him alone, it wouldn't be enough. It's everyone on Patreon. Everyone that subs... Everyone that helps spread the word on YouTube, even though YouTube's a broken-ass system. And everyone who donates. Because the averages month-to-month are able to get me through everything. So for that, I do thank you guys. And I try to reward that with the fact that we do all these crazy ops that no one else will do. And I'm trying to show you guys all the, you know, the nitty-gritty testing we gotta do to make everything work. JFax, here's the deal about Bitcoin. Honestly, these days, Bitcoin is like a stock, except it works 24/7. Now, the issue with Bitcoin right now is it's on a rise, so you don't want to buy. You want to buy it when it falls to about 6 grand again. Once you see a 6 in front of those other 5 numbers, buy up some Bitcoins because the price is going to go back up. I bought a Bitcoin, I want to say December-ish. And yeah, it was at I'm actually looking at my numbers right now. Is that about 6,800? Right now, Bitcoins are for 900 or 9,700. So you can make a good amount of money off of Bitcoins. It's 33. That's 6 to 9. That's about 40-50%. So
Awesome, sounds good. Let's do that.
yeah, right, Stone. We'll definitely do that. But there's a lot of, how would I put this? It's not just Bitcoins. In the stock market itself, there's a lot of money to be made literally every day. Like, every day there's always a stock or two here and there that jumps up like 15%, and somebody somewhere makes a shit ton of money. It's all about how much you put in to get out. But I would say, if you really wanted to rely on the stock market, you only need like 6 figures. Now, you could grow that over a few years, like I've been doing. You know, I've turned 23 or 25 into about 75 right now over 2 years, learning everything. But I would also recommend, this is just my personal advice based off of what's going on and how history's gone, is the stock market's going to have a big crash again. And You don't want to have long-term investments in when the stock market crashes. Because it's pretty much we're the stock market crash of 1929 to Electric Boogaloo. It's going to crash again. Because prices are so inflated right now and there's not actually any growth. Because right now it's just a popularity contest. And you have all this other stuff going on, such as legalized business insider trading by initiating buybacks and stuff. And there's also so many things that if you actually listen to what some companies say, you could actually buy a stock and have a near guarantee that it's going to go up, but you have to know what to look for. And I don't really do that much of that because that's just more work. I literally look at a graph, see that a stock's like low, but then I look at the graph and see that it's been doing a zigzag for the past like 2 months. So I just buy low and then wait a week and then, you know, it goes up 15-20%. And that's another big guarantee. Now, it's not a guarantee. I would say it's like 75% because I've had stocks where it still continues to shrink and I'll just get bored and sell it and invest in something else. I've had one where I held on to it for a week. It lost an extra 10%, and I said, fuck it. And I sold it, bought something else 2 days later. But the next day, I was kicking myself because then that stock literally jumped 15% in a day. And I was so mad because I would have made my money back in an extra 5%. But, you know, you'll make wrong calls all the damn time. It's just, you know, don't get depressed about it. Bounce back. But what's nice about the stock market, and this is the metaphor I like to use, it's like a casino, but instead of you fighting against the dealer, or the house essentially, you are the house because you control when to put your money in, when to take your money out, and, you know, if you don't like how something's going, you can just, you know, move your money to somewhere else. If you use an app like Robinhood or what's another one? I think Fidelity also went 0 commissions. You don't have to pay any commissions to, you know, invest. They make their money off of other assets, which I would recommend you look into if that's your thing. That was the main block, I would say, that prevented people from getting in the market was the fact you had to pay 1% commission for every buy and sell. So you would have to at least make 2% off of your stock to, you know, make any money. And it technically wasn't 2% because it, on your sell when it's obviously higher, hopefully, maybe. I don't know what you're doing, but, you know, it would be technically that 1% is more valuable than the buy percent. So, you know, you have to really number crunch to make sure if you made any money, and that's why people played more long term. What we're actually seeing now is a lot more people getting in the short term gains because now there's outlets out there that let you do that and pay no commission. So me, for example. But if you take a little bit of time to study, do a little bit of experimentation, never go in with all your money without knowing what the hell you're doing. That's disaster. Put in $1,000 and just play around with it for like a month, maybe 2. Get yourself comfortable with it, and then start playing with your Benjamins. You know what I mean? That's just my advice. But honestly, with how more open the market is getting, I think right now, before the market crashes, and it's going to crash sometime in this decade. And people said that in the last decade, but let's be honest. The 20s so far, we've already had the plague show up. We've had World War III show up. Like, everything meme-worthy has happened, and it just got to February. So, you know, play around. Have fun. But you could make a lot. Royal, you're saying you're getting dividends in cannabis right now? Did your stocks go down today? Because I know mine did. I've actually got my money in a cannabis stock, but the CEO stepped down, so I lost like 4% today. But it's going to bounce back up because it was on a low. It's just, you know, I got to be patient with it. I mean, the stock that I told a friend to invest in, literally 3 days after I tell him to invest in it, it jumped up 15%. I just had my money somewhere else, and I'm like, I hope he got it. Because 15% of, you know, like 100K is it's 15,000 bucks, guys. That's a lot. That's like it's, that's a good amount of money, you know, for literally a week of waiting. So, you know, food for thought. But it's gonna eventually burst and resettle, and growth is gonna be a lot harder to see, but, you know, we'll get there when we get there. So, sorry, I went on a tangent and flew around the hospital, because, you know, some things I'm passionate about. Stocks being one of them. So, one of the objectives is going to be to take a shipment of medical supplies. I am going to tell them to only take X amount of boxes because they don't want to take all the medical supplies to screw over all the people inside. Ah, I accidentally double-clicked. Or, not double-clicked, but drag-clicked, and it makes you think that you're selecting it. I don't know. I think the 20s are going to be a weird time. But we'll see how things go. Where do you do your investments? I use Robinhood. I've used Robinhood since, like, 2000, like, since it came out. I want to say 6 months after a friend told me about it. And I played around with it for literally 2 years because, you know, I was focusing on growing this channel back when I cared. And, my initial levels of schooling to kind of get my foot in the door. And I was having some rockiness in my relationship, so I wanted to focus on that too. And then I want to say it wasn't till last October I really started getting serious with it. Because before then, between when I, you know, put my 23 grand in, which was about 2 years ago, and last October, I was doing more long-term investments of just not worrying about it. And then that got me up to about 50K. And then since October, with that 50, I've grown it up to about 75 today. And I've been getting exponentially better at growing it. So I'm just trying a lot of different things to see, you know, what I like and what I don't like. That way, by like 2021, I'll have a pretty nasty strategy to, you know, be able to buy computers for everyone. But again, that's just the goal. Will it happen? We'll have to wait and see. I'm hopeful. But hey, like I've been saying, if I'm more reliant on the freaking stock market than YouTube, that's saying something. But hey, at least with the stock market, I can control my own destiny in a way, just relying on, you know, how the market works compared to YouTube, where you can literally be getting a viral video going and getting all this good stuff, and then YouTube can literally pull the plug by age restrict. Okay, yeah. So here's why. Let me come clean. Here's why I haven't posted a video in the past week. I put a highlight out. It was going really well. I had 10,000 views in 5 hours, and then it was immediately age restricted, and that kind of pissed me off, because I've only had 2 videos age restricted ever. That video and the when you have information that can lead to Hillary Clinton's arrest, that randomly went viral, even though it was like 2 years after it was posted, because it was one of my first videos ever as a joke. They age restricted a video which just had a guy bad fragging in base, and someone age restricted that. And it's like, why? And they don't have to give a reason for it, but someone, that's what annoys me about YouTube. Someone, doesn't matter who, could just randomly go to someone's channel and just say, oh, I don't like this because I have a personal thing against it. That's why I was so pissed off when the Hillary Clinton thing got age restricted, because that was like, you know, someone had a personal agenda, because this was also, you know, back around election time. But Actually, no, it was past election time. But even then, someone had a personal agenda, and they just did that. And it's like, why? You know what I mean? And then it was a video of a guy bad fragging from not, actually, no, it was the latest Friday op. And it's just like, why? You know? So again, just more reasons why I just don't really care about YouTube anymore. The only thing I care about for YouTube is the Shenanigans channel and the VODS channel. So that's why for the Shenanigans channel, I've actually told my editors to start censoring the F word and stuff. Because if anything's gonna, start really making bank, it would be that channel in 2 years. Because we could definitely outproduce Soviet Womble. Because he releases something every, month or 2 months. Because he has that ability. Because, he'll make $10,000 video release, so he can live off of something like that. But if I can outproduce him, then I can make that every week, and then I could pay my editors a lot better. But the whole trick is just getting there. And that's even tougher with how YouTube's algorithms work these days. So, possibilities, but I'm gonna keep going for it. But at the same time, I don't have that much hope for it, because why would you? YouTube, the system literally is rigged right now to the point the people who are powerful, that are big, as long as they don't, say anything bad to make YouTube look bad, all the traffic's reprioritized to them right now. In the whatchamacallit, the algorithms for recommended, they always get priority. It used to be a lot more even of, hey, if this video was getting this amount of views or had these keywords, and it was something YouTube assigned, certain keywords or certain things, then you could, ride a video through. But that's not the case anymore. That's unfair. It is possible, but it's a lot harder now because of all the other things. Because YouTube, again, it's trying to find ways to make more money off of ad revenue. So, it's just how it works. There's no reason to get mad over it. There's no reason to, get pissy over it. It's just, find some other way to make a good amount of money. You know what I mean? What's my opinion on Squad? Can't form an opinion on something I've never played. I hear it's a good game. Hear it's a fun game. Never played it. Only problem is once you start censoring, then copyright will become an issue, because they'll all know. We all know they'll come for channels. Yeah, once they're more popular. That's why I am making sure my editors are grabbing royalty-free music. Literally, if they have a question on a song or something, I'll tell them to send me an MP4. I'll upload it to my main channel, because I know that one's big enough that things get immediately copyright striked on that channel. And that's how we check. And what I found, though, is if I upload them to Shenanigans, they won't get, some of them won't get copyright strikes. But if I upload them to Liru the Lance Corporal, they will get immediately copyright strike. That fucked us on a video a few months ago, where it was getting popular, and then it got, not copyright strike. Copyright strike means they take the video, owning. It's more, just copyrighted for music instead, where they take the ad revenue instead. It also delists the video. So, again, kind of scary that, you could build a channel in this day and age. It could be doing really well, and then all of a sudden, someone just copyrights all your videos because you have, like, an audio clip or an intro and an outro, and when you tested it on your channel, it worked fine, but now it doesn't, and you literally lose all momentum, and then you get stuck in the pit, and your channel essentially gets shadow banned. Do they accept MP44 or MP5? God, it's like the meme, the really inappropriate joke. I probably can't even say it, but it's about going to school, bringing an MP3 and MP4, and then some bully breaks it, and then you're like, fine, I'll bring my MP5. Dancing, I think I don't think YouTube's ever gonna fully self-destruct and pull the plug. It can't. It's one of those too big to fail things. It's just going to keep trying different things that are gonna be more and more user-friendly, user-unfriendly. And it doesn't help that the governments are cracking down on them. They had to do that that COPA stuff, and now all of the channels that focus on kid-friendly content, their revenue's fucked because they have to be on a different algorithm, and the all of the things that advertise the kids know this, and they're actually all charging a lesser rate for their ad revenue because they kind of have them deadlocked. So yeah, YouTube is YouTube. I mean, I have more faith in Twitch, but I don't have any faith in Twitch. And here's what I tell people going to Mixer or other streaming platforms. If they get super big, they're going to start making the same things Twitch is making in terms of mistakes and like anti-user friendly choices. And it's just, you know, you're trading one master for another, essentially. And it's eventually going to bite you in the butt. So if you get an offer from Mixer to go to them for like, you know, X amount of money, fucking take it. Because that is going to be the most amount of money you're going to pocket. And your fans are going to follow you anywhere if you're good enough. So, I mean, I heard there was a rumor for some guy to apparently go to a Chinese stream platform for $1 million and he turned it down. That guy's a fucking idiot, all right? And pardon my French, but there's no such thing as integrity on the internet. I'm sorry. You'll have it, you'll last with it, and it's going to erode and beat you up because there's so many people on the internet that are very dumb. And it's happened with a lot of staff in TSB. It's called burnout because we have to deal with all these people. And most of them don't have a brain. And that's the same way for streaming. That's the same thing for running a gaming community. That's the same thing for anything related to the internet. I'm just shrugging here. But anyway, Shroud lost a lot of his viewership when he moved. A lot, not even knowing he moved. Well, yeah, you gotta tell people that you're moving. Shroud didn't tell people that he was moving. It literally takes a, hey guys, this is my last week on Twitch. Hey, this is my YouTube channel, guys. We're moving to this platform. Like, that's all you gotta do. But people don't even do that. Because I'll be honest, some of these Twitch guys, they get so full of themselves that they don't even know how to properly market anymore. Because they got it all on luck. You know, you still have to interact with your fans. Like, if I was moving somewhere, and I'm going to reel myself back a bit in case the Twitch bots get mad. But if I have a mod in here, can you actually delete the VOD? Because I don't trust them. But if I were to move somewhere and do something major, I would like immediately drop everything I'm doing. Unless I was in a ZooSop, I would drop everything I'm doing, make a video, and say, "Hey, this is going on," and then I would be mentioning it and everything. Thanks, Dova. You know, because you got to tell people that you're moving. Because if you don't do that, then you're an idiot. I'm sorry, but you know, communication is a two-way streak. People can tell you that they love you, but you need to tell them that, hey, I'm gonna go over do XYZ. Because if you don't, then they're not gonna go. Yeah, Twitch is mainly a US thing. I will agree to that. What does make me happy, though, at least for Arma, is there's actually a pretty decent diversity of popular Arma 3 streamers. Granted, 3/4 of them do life stuff, but there's that 1/4 of them that I've seen a popular Russian streamer that was playing in a Russian milsim, but it was PvP based. I saw a popular French streamer. When I'm saying popular, I mean these guys had, you know, hundreds of people watching. So I saw a popular French guy, and I know a little bit of French, so I was able to come on and interact with him. That was pretty fun. There was a British guy. I know Rimmy's popular, and he's Australian. I think he's in Australia. I don't know. I mean, that would make sense down under, but I don't know if he actually really streams from Australia, because I know his off times are, like, American-based. I know Luton was British, but he doesn't do it anymore. I kind of took the mantle from him. That's a long story. Does Northern stream? I've never seen Northern stream. There's Digby, but I've got my own problems with Digby. I mean, by now it's water under the bridge to me, but moral of that story is don't tell me you want me to make you a big frickin' campaign scenario and then completely blow me off. I'll hate you for that for like a month or two, and I'll never let it down, but probably about 6 months later, it's water under the bridge at that point. Rimmy's okay. It's just his community talks a lot of shit about TSB, which is fair because TSB kind of does. No, we do talk shit about a lot of different people. I just try to stay out of those conversations because I don't really like to talk shit about anyone I don't know. If I do know you and I know you've done things, I'll talk shit about you. I'll tell the world what you did. But, you know, until then, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. Northern does stream? I'll have to look around then, because I am totally going to drop in and mess with him. Not maliciously, but for old time's sake. I've got regrets with Northern. I wish I could have paid him for his videos. But I literally did not have the money, because that's when I was, like, struggling to make ends meet. Because a lot of that was also before Moneybags, and CWC, and Fudgehead. And I know he had a big dispute with XLarion. And that was one of the major reasons he left TSB. Which, ironically, XL's now gone. A lot of the toxic people, if not all of them in TSB, at least the real big problem makers are gone. We still have a few toxic guys, but they're only toxic when it's deserved. Bibby, I don't know you, so I don't really have anything to talk shit about you. But for Northern, he's one of the guys where I have just the utmost respect for. And everything he's been doing, and that's coming his way, he completely deserves. And I hope his YouTube channel surpasses my main one, because, again, he deserves it. Here, guys, since I'm not being productive with this mission file anymore, I'm going to probably take a break and go eat something. But let me see. What else? Just to make my views known. Soviet Womble. I love the guy. Never talked to him personally. I just love him for the fact that he literally caused the next wave of people to come into Arma 3, and every Arma 3 community should be thankful for him because he revitalized the game. Granted, I know there's some people out there that get annoyed by the fact he can put a video out once every 2 months and get a bunch of views for it, but that's success, in my opinion. I was having a chat with a guy about that actually last night because he put out a new video, I think, but I don't watch his content. But I hear it's really good and really funny, and he edits frame by frame, and a lot of people that do that style of video nowadays learned it from him. And he learned it from somebody else, but he seems like a chill guy on Reddit when he has to explain that. Because I know Northern learned a lot from actually talking with Soviet. And I know my editors right now learned a lot from A, watching his videos, and B, experimenting with their own styles. Let's see, Cyanide. All I hear is that you go to Soviet, you come into their ZF clan, whatever, for Soviet, but you stay for Cyanide, so I hear he's a good guy. He did, randomly host my, not host, but raid. Was it a raid? It was either a raid or a host, but he, you know, put all of his viewers onto mine like a few months ago, so I thought that was pretty cool. He seems like a good guy. Let's see. The rest of that group, I don't really know. Digby, I've got some issues with, really because of what happened with Vesper, who was his server guy, and the fact that he asked me to make him a massive mission file and then completely blew me off. Other than that, he seems like an okay guy, but he seems like one of those guys to me that he actually doesn't understand all of the work that goes within a server and, you know, actual scenario building. Like, he understands Zeus, cool, but he doesn't really understand all the stuff that goes into, you know, running the server, making the mission file, all the testing that needs to be done, and running the community. He's got other people to do for him to do that. And that's fair. That's fair. Not saying that's wrong. It's just also annoying because those types of people are also the types that, you know, will ask people to do something then completely disregard them. And that's kind of what happened to me, and that's what happened to Vesper. So, understandable. Remy, I got nothing bad to say. I think he's a chill guy. Now, there is something where back in the summer, I put out a list of ops, and then I found Remy's channel and noticed that they were doing my op list in order from top to bottom. And I got some evidence to show that that's exactly what they did, but as much as it's a little annoying to see that, it's Arma ops. I don't really care. I'm one of those types of people that, you know, even if the mod is illegally ripped from other mods, I'll still play it because it's content. Same goes for op ideas, you know? And in fact, it was actually nice to see, because this was as I was starting to develop the Fallout stuff for TSB. He got into Fallout, he was doing a Fallout mission, and I was able to interact with him, ask a few questions on what they were doing, and that helped me mold my stuff. So, you know, you can be pissy about people stealing your stuff, sure, but I like to take it as an opportunity to, you know, see, okay, how did they make X work? How did they make Y work? How can I make that work for me? You know? So, at the end of the day, I was a little butthurt about it. Not so much anymore because the understanding is you can take what you see and make it better. And that's something I've been doing for this channel for the longest time. But I will say I don't publicly publish my my op lists anymore. That I do keep to myself. But Remy, I think he's a good guy. Again, his community shit talks TSB a lot, but apparently that's because there's people in his group that were ex-TSB, but when I saw the names of people, I didn't recognize them at all, so who the fuck knows? We once had a guy come in TSB, only last a few days, and write this massive forum post about how all I was doing was spreading alt-right-wing propaganda. That was funny as fuck to read. Oh, well, said the F word again. Oh well. Who else? Sorensic? I'm okay with Sorensic. I've had my ups and downs with him. He's kind of finding himself in the world. But he needs to take the time to understand everything. But he's been doing that. He started his own op tray unit, and I think he's, you know, taking more of a hand in managing that. So he's kind of learning. He's making his adjustments as I did. Because I'll be honest, when I started this, I was a total cunt. Let's be honest. I was a total jerk dick. Because I was just scheming under Luton at the time. So, you know, it took me, what, 2.5 years to kind of get adjusted. So, Sorensic, he's going the same way. But I saw him when he was in the 501st. He was kind of becoming a Luton. And, not the good Luton, the bad Luton. Speaking of which, Luton doesn't do Arma anymore. I mean, he was a great guy. He still is a great guy, but the way how he kind of turned his back on his players and started focusing more on his viewers is the reason he stopped playing Arma, because everyone flocked to me instead of him because I was, you know, his right-hand man in the community. So, yeah, I exist because of Luton doing that. Jester in Wargames, okay, I'm a Jester fanboy, so I have to exempt myself. I've heard that he does, he's very, like, his way or the highway. And in working with him in Secret Squirrel, I saw that a lot. He doesn't... He's kind of like Digby in that sense. Or Luton back in the day, because he had Shadow to do all of his server stuff. He doesn't fully understand all the work that goes behind everything, but he has some understanding. However, again, he's very his way or the highway, and I know that can drive people like Hardman insane. He was on in the beginning of the stream. But overall, I don't think he's that bad, but I do know from hearing from other people that there have been some issues in the past, but there hasn't been anything I've seen recently. And it's not, like, he just has the final say in decisions. Brewer, aka Wargames Inc., I absolutely love, but that's because, how would I put this? I love the persona he gives in Ops. He's like me in the sense that you could, like, DM him and he will spend the time to talk to you about stuff. Which, I'm going to be 100% honest, most people do not do. I was really surprised, because I actually read something Remy said in his community that someone DM'd me, that Remy gets messages from, like, hundreds of people a day and he doesn't have the time to go over them. I will actually, usually within 24 hours, depending on my mood, I will always send you a response. And if I don't, then by all means, shoot me a message again and I'll get back to you. Because usually I get buried, but I try to make the time for people that message me back. So I was kind of, I wasn't surprised because that's the norm. People don't message back on Discord and stuff. But Brewer I like because he will send it back to you. But he gets very into his character. And I know there's some people, especially in TSB, that like to meme him for that. But I don't like to shit talk unless you've done something to me. Vesper's a great guy. He's just being dealt a very bad hand IRL right now, but he's trying to get back into it. Excuse me. Northern, again, love him. Deserves everything that's coming to him. I hope he's not turning into a bad person, but, you know, I'll see him again one day and we'll see how things go. Kind of slide in my DMs. Oh, speaking of which, when you just DM'd me. Alright, I'll message you after we kill this. That's all the major names I really know in Arma. Oh, wait, no. Psy Syndicate. Yeah, I think he's a dick. Nah, he came into my vanilla ops one time. Granted, him and his little group did okay. Like, in a, that was back in a Global mission. I thought he was alright, but, you know, some of the stuff I've seen him do, or, like, his name he puts on, I think out of everyone I talked about, he's someone I would avoid the most. But he's popular enough that, you know, my opinion doesn't matter. One of those guys where he could do whatever he wants and still, you know, make bank. So, more power to him in that sense. Yeah, I touched Womble first. Womble I'm okay with. But, trying to think, anyone else that I would know, like, those are all the names I really know in Arma. Like, I know people like Shaktak exist, Drewski, but I think they've all kind of moved on to other stuff. I mean, even Soviet, I think he's doing more DayZ stuff. Maxor, I've heard, he's one of the up-and-coming guys, but I've never seen him, so I don't have an opinion on him. I haven't even heard anything. And I know there's a few other guys up and coming, but, you know, this is why I try to troll through Twitch and stuff. Because, you know, then I can get talking with these people, interact with them, see how they treat people. I know some people hate me because they see that I start barking at people, and that's why I've tried to be a bit nicer in my squad leading. But I don't want to have to explain every mission that, hey, I've been doing this for years. This shit happens like almost every day on a weekly basis, and if you were me, you'd be doing the same thing. It's better just to calm down. Because otherwise everyone thinks you're a total knuckle. You know what I mean? Angry goat noises, exactly. Boomer. Shut up, Don. So Serenzik we talked about, Rim we talked about. Zoran does not do Arma anymore. He does not like the toxicity involved in Arma. I forget what happened to him specifically, but it was something about that. And, yeah, he's just not doing it anymore, which, again, I'm going to be perfectly honest, it's fair. Arma can be one of the most toxic groups you can jump into a part of. I know TSB had its moments. We got rid of a lot of them, but we still have some of our moments. I know other communities I've been in and sat in, which, by the way, I'll publicly say this, guys. I have an alt account. I actually have 2 alt Arma accounts and 2 alt Steams. And I go into other people's communities. And I don't stream or record, I just play. And I like to see how they operate. And I've been, over the past few years, kind of modeling TSB to be the best community out of everything I've seen. So I've had my hand in pretty much, I want to say, every major YouTuber or Twitch streamers community that I can think of, just to see how it's like. And, you know, take what I like from it and put it into mine. And what I don't like, or what I see that in their community that I don't like, when I see in TSB I don't like, I remove. I've been doing that for the past 2 years. I haven't done that recently in the past, I want to say 3 months, because I've been focusing a lot more on ops themselves in TSB, especially with the ACE update for medical. But, you know, I've got a voice changer and everything. And if you've played the Slaneshi stuff with the 700th, you would know what that sounds like. But I just set it up, and then I changed the frequency a little bit, and I can sound like a completely different person. Is it unusual for you to stream at roughly these hours? Normally, yes, dancing, but it's a Friday. So normally I'd be doing a AT Grenadier training or a basic training, but instead I did that. But I mean, for example, the Operation Feedback channel we have in TSB, that's from the 89th, because they have something similar. It's just with TSB, I try to make it for serious feedback only, so the Zeuses can improve. And so far, it's actually shown some really good promise. Some of the Zeuses have been adjusting to that feedback, myself included, to make the ops better. So, yeah, it's good. Way back when, I'll end the stream on this note. Back when I ran a moderately sized group of Minecraft servers from 7th to 8th grade, and then I actually sold them off to somebody else because half of my staff were busy with school and were, stopping off their duties. And I was a moderator for a really big network of servers because I got that job by showing what I was doing in that community called a Shotbow Network. Some of the things they had us do was go into other servers and try to get them shut down because they were very petty. Holy crap. But yeah, that had to do with a lot of alt accounting, that had to deal with Nexus and cheat engines, griefing random people's bases so they'd rage quit, all that fun stuff. But yeah. That was literally, fuck, I want to say 10 years ago. It's a long time ago. But yeah, Shotbow, I really love the ghost, fucking, what's it called? I forget the name of the game mode, but it was where one guy was invisible and everyone else would choose a class and try to kill the ghost. And the ghost would try to kill everybody. I loved that game mode. I moderated that game mode like near 24/7. It was so fun. But yeah, that was The Hunted, I think that was it. Yeah, that was my favorite. I dabbled in a little bit of the DayZ stuff. When you were a mod, you were allowed to, spawn your own stuff, and I trolled a few people, but really it was just moderators would go in and just patrol for hackers that had invincibility on. And then, we would turn on our client system and put invincibility on and just kind of laugh at them and ban them. Yeah, Don, I also used to run an ERP community in Warcraft 3 for 2 years. We don't talk about that, though. Wink. If you know what that is, good for you. If you don't know what it is, wink. It's either hunted or hidden, something like that. I know there's a Gary's mod version of it too now. I think it's called something else though. I think that's called the hunted, and the other one's called the hidden. I just called it Ghostbusters. Whatever.
Team 6.
Anyway, guys, it's about 1 o'clock. I'll probably come back in an hour or two. I'm gonna put this on ice, and I'm probably gonna work on the next Operation PB Success. Now that we know that all the kits work, I've got all of my stuff set up. I'm thinking, first objective will be take medical supplies, and second objective will go to this warehouse district and steal some like weapons and stuff, weapon crates and whatnot for the resistance, and we'll see how things go. I'm not surprised about the ERP. Okay. Is this the time to talk about it? I'll make you guys a deal. If we do Warcraft tonight and I stream it, I will talk about my 2 years running fantasy life-based ERP sessions on Warcraft 3 between, I think it was 2015, 2017. God, and then my friend Alice took over. That was... She's a freak. Now she's disappeared off the face of the earth, but I digress. Well, Death, if you come back at 8 o'clock tonight at Warcraft 3, I'll explain it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. We'll be back. I'll try to come back in about an hour. Let's see, 1 to 2. So yeah, I'll try to come back at 2 o'clock. I'll show you guys the next Operation PB Success mission we'll do. And then if I have the time, I'll go into building this. Otherwise, I'll go into the 4 o'clock stream. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one, and go operate operationally.